welcome to Behind the Scenes with Red. How are you today? Are you sitting comfortably? Are you getting the impression of deja vu? I don't know why. It's not like this is the third time that we're doing this. Honestly. Let's slow that down. Anyway, shall we try again? Don't laugh. I was thinking, that music sounds familiar. I was thinking it was the music for Planet Crafter. And it is, kind of. It's The Martian. So yeah, all of that's going to be muted through Twitch. And YouTube is not going to be very happy. So we're going to do that again. Right, ready? Are you ready, chat? Everyone, you got to applause. Ready? Ready? And cheer. You know, just like in the shows when they goes, oh, and tonight, no, yay! And it's like, oh no, he trips over the chair. Right, everyone, yay! Oh no, now he's forgotten his lines. Yay! Oh, let's just get on with it, will you? That's what we're doing now. Ready? Oh, the things we do for YouTube, eh, chat? Ready? And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, greetings and salutations. Happy time zones to you all. Welcome to this installment of Red Plays Something. We're going to be playing some StarShip Simulator because there's been Tech Demo 3 update, which was released today. Total transparency, I have backed it on the Kickstarter. This is the third time of doing this, so it might seem a little fast because we've been making mistakes and I've had to cut them out. So we're going to do this anyway. So welcome along. As I say, it is the 18th of July, and we're gonna do this. And afterwards, we might do some Star Citizen. But who knows? Because we spent an hour and a half talking about me not doing languages in Gamescom. Anyway, Tech Demo 3. Thanks for checking out our third public tech demo. Come on, chat. You're supposed to have been cheering through that. Where's the claps in chat? Come on. God. You're supposed to have my back, chat. Not stabbing it. Not stabbing it. Thanks for checking out our third public demo, tech demo. Please be sure to check out the new scanning and navigation tutorial, as a lot has changed on the bridge since Tech Demo 2. As always, this is a pre-alpha test build, so expect bugs and incomplete features. We encourage players to use F1 to report any bugs they do come across, so that they will be used, so we can use to fix them, blah, blah, blah. That's all, Captain. Have fun out there. Acknowledged. Right, we'll do this again. Training. I do like this, seeing the ship being built. That's cool. And as I said before, it's now changed shape from the Magellan, which was an Enterprise, a Starship, Star Trek ship shape. It is now this shape, which is using the Alcubierre.
Welcome to the Magellan-class Scanning and Navigation Training Module. My name is Ava, and a UN Space Fleet's AI voice assistant. In this module, we will review the correct procedure for identifying targets of interest, and then navigating the ship to the desired location. To begin, proceed to the ship's bridge. I have placed a waypoint on your HUD to help you find your way.
Red doesn't follow instructions. That would be unusual.
Welcome to the bridge. This is the ship's nerve center, where you have command and control over any ship system. Right now, we're interested in the science station, so make your way over to that console. This bridge station is responsible for scanning space around the ship, and then highlighting any targets of scientific interest for the command staff. You'll notice that the sensor's UI has 4 distinct modes, with each mode corresponding to one of the ship's physical sensor arrays. Let's begin by taking a look at the Galactic Position mode, which ties into the X-ray Pulsar-based Navigation and Timing Array, or XNAV for short. This array tracks the location and timing of known pulsars to accurately derive the ship's position relative to the galactic core. We can also reference that same catalogue of known stellar objects to obtain a high-level overview of each galactic sector. The default sector target always aligns with our ship's current local sector. However, by using the controls below, we can actually target any sector of space, anywhere in the galaxy, or even beyond. Go ahead and press the Target Select button to switch from our local sector to a manually targeted one.
I've just noticed there's a post-it note on that chair, on that display. Also, I'm pretty sure just now that tablet was leaning up there on the previous one. Anyway, let's press the button and do what the instructions say, rather than, hey, red breaking the game.
You'll notice that the sector information has now updated to reflect the change of sector target. While this is only a high-level overview of a given sector, the data can still be useful when deciding where to explore next. And then finally, we have some simple display controls for refining your view of the galactic map. Have a go at targeting a few different sectors yourself, and then press the long range button when you're ready to continue.
Okay. How do we change different sectors? Galactic Center, okay. Ooh, okay. Manual sector. It's big and white, and I'd be afraid of it. Right, okay, let's do long range then.
The long-range mode employs the ship's space-time curvature mass inferencer, or SCMI array for short. As the name suggests, the SCMI array infers the location and mass of celestial objects by detecting localized changes in the curvature of spacetime. While operating in passive mode, the array detects the largest sources of spacetime curvature within a 50 light-year radius of the target location. Typically, these will be star systems, but the array is also capable of detecting much smaller objects within a few light-years, such as rogue planets. And as with the XNav array, the default target location is the ship's current galactic coordinates. This will update automatically and refresh the target list as you travel across the galaxy, but you can toggle that behavior on and off using the auto-refresh button. And again, we can also manually target any sector of space in an effort to find distant targets of interest. Just be aware that the SCMI array has a maximum active range of 2,000 light-years, beyond which it can only resolve the most massive of objects. And on the subject of active scans, let's take a more detailed look at a nearby star system. Go ahead and select the Alpha Centauri system, our closest. A basic overview of that system is generated on the right-hand side, and the displayed information will expand over time as more detailed scans are performed. Now go ahead and click the Align to Target button to focus the SCMI array on this specific location in space.
Right.
We are now presented with a more detailed view of the targeted location. However, you'll notice that it's only showing the passively acquired data. Let's fill in the blanks by performing a long-range survey.
Our survey asked, would you like to have tea with milk or tea with bread? Because that's what Duolingo keeps asking me.
The SCMI array is now actively scaling the target location for point-like increases in the curvature of spacetime. By employing Einstein's field equations, the system can derive the amount of mass required to cause the observed increase in curvature. Then, once the mass is known, we can determine roughly what class of object we are observing, be it a rocky planet or a gas giant.
Long-range
there we
survey
go.
complete.
We now have a much more accurate picture of this star system. Go ahead and select any of the objects in the target list.
I mean, I don't know if that's all hand-wavium or whether or not that's actually accurate, whether you could do that. I don't know. I mean, can we know about gravity lensing, so isn't that space-time? Oh, I don't know. Let's choose one, shall we? Let's choose a terrestrial planet.
You'll find that we now have more detailed information available to us on the right-hand UI panel. You will also notice that the data is split into distinct knowledge levels, and with our long-range survey we have unlocked knowledge level 1. This is also indicated on each target entry by way of a single green pip.
Oh.
The goal here is to find rocky worlds within a star's habitable zone, which is our primary target of scientific interest. We can then navigate the ship to that location in order to perform more detailed scans, ultimately increasing our knowledge level for any given object. Typically, we'd perform numerous surveys on many different star systems before plotting a course, but for now, let's pick a target in this system. Go ahead and select any planet that appeals to you from the list, and then select the Send to Helm button.
Helm.
This makes the planet's coordinates available to the Helm station, so let's head over and take a look at that console now.
Okay. How do I get out the chair? And why am I only walking around in my undercrackers? Press F to stand. You need to have that in your tutorial. Press F to get up.
We'll begin by taking a quick look at the various screens available to the helm. The left-hand display is dedicated to navigation and shows both the ship's current galactic position along with its target estimation coordinates. The central display deals with the flight controls themselves, including the FTL system, sublight engines, and the reaction control thrusters. The right-hand screen features the autopilot controls, toggles for the 3D target indicators, and the ship's navigation lights. OK, let's retrieve the target information from the sensors by pressing the Use Sensor Target button on the navigation panel.
Sound alerts. Yeah, is that still... That shouldn't be in there. I'm sorry, Dragons. I really am sorry. That's one of the browser sources that was causing the problems. That shouldn't even be available. I feel really bad about that. I don't know that... Don't know I can refund that. Where are we? Do that. Where is sound alerts? My extensions. Sound alerts. Configure. Go to the new dashboard. Yeah. Right, let me just remove that. I'm really sorry, because all of the problems were... Let's get rid of that. We've got no sound effects through Tangier either. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, I found... So, for those of you that don't know, we were having an awful lot of problems with the stream just crashing. OBS was crashing, and I tracked it down to it being a browser source that was basically taking all of it. It was causing problems within OBS, and one of the problems seemed to be that it was basically filling up all the network ports on the stream rig. So within Windows, within networking, you have an X number of ports that communications can happen on, and it seemed that it would fill all of these ports up, and Windows networking would just go meh and give up. Yeah, and so so I've removed. I thought I'd remove them, and I am really sorry, Dragons. I'll tell you what, for your 250 bits, I'll take a bean, because I don't know that you'll get that back. So, bogey or pair? Yeah, it's bogey. See the things I go through. But thank you anyway for the 250 bits. Yeah. Thinking is taking place. Please stand back. I don't know why none of the alerts are making sounds. It drives me insane. But it's on the thing to get work on. Right, let's go back to this. I've put some music on, so it's just in the background. Right, anyway, let's retrieve the... Okay, let's retrieve the target information from the sensors by pressing Use Sensor Target button on the navigation panel. Use Sensor Target.
Your target's coordinates should now be displayed in this box, which represents your current nav target. The galactic coordinates represent the target's position in the galaxy to the nearest whole light year. The coordinates are relative to the center of our galaxy, the supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A star. The local coordinates represent the target's position within a star system. The coordinates are relative to the system's center of gravity, which is usually a star or the barycenter in multi-star systems. While it is possible to fly the ship manually to any location in the galaxy, let's engage the autopilot for now so that I can take care of that for you. Go ahead and press the highlighting button on the right-hand screen.
Engage.
The ship will now automatically turn to face the current nav target, but you will need to manually engage the FTL system in order for us to get underway. You may now engage the FTL system when you are ready.
Engage.
While the autopilot is engaged, I will manage the ship's speed and final approach to the tiny coordinates, so just sit back and enjoy the ride. The FTL system works by compressing space ahead of the ship and then expanding it behind, creating a bubble of warped space with the ship occupying a region of flat space-time at its center. The FTO field massively amplifies the ship's current velocity by a factor of the field strength, along the direction of the field's forward vector. This means the FTL field does not physically move the ship, it instead relies on the thrust provided by the ship's sublight engines. The maximum speed of the ship is therefore a combination of the FTL field strength and the thrust output of the Sublight engines. For the Magellan class, this is approximately 300 light-years per hour. Even so, the Milky Way is a vast and mysterious place, and even at our top speed it will still take over 2 full weeks to fly from one side of the galaxy to the other. It looks like we're not far from our destination now, so enjoy the view while I handle the final approach.
That is a weird... Oh no, that's the Alcubierre drive. I can't say that properly. That's the, yeah. Because we can't see the nose of the ship. Hope we don't crash. That would be embarrassing. We're here. Okay. Now what? Awaiting arrival at target coordinates. Build power 9%. Are we still moving? Looks like it. Yes. There we go.
Okay, here we are. You are now looking at an entirely new world, bathed in the light of another star. At this distance, our home is now just another point of light in the vast darkness of space.
Somewhere back there.
Does life exist here? What new things can we discover on this world? These are the questions that this ship was designed to answer. Let's head back to the sensor station, and we'll see if we can answer some of those questions now.
I don't know. It turns too quick. I need to change that.
With our ship having arrived at our target star system, we can now employ the medium-range sensors to broaden our general knowledge of this location. Go ahead and press that button now. The medium-range sensors employ multiple modules that are combined into a single array, known as the Multi-Band Interferometric Spectrometer, or MBIS for short. This array has the resolution to
Absolutely, Andy,
perform detailed
absolutely.
scans of any object larger than a few dozen kilometers, with its range covering an entire star system. Operationally, we perform a medium-range survey as a matter of course when entering any new star system. This elevates us to knowledge level 2 for all objects in range. Let's do that now. Go ahead and initiate the survey. Just as with the long-range survey, the MBIS array works outward from the central star, targeting each detective object in turn. It uses a combination of interferometry and spectroscopy to determine the precise nature and
Easy for
class
you
of
to
all
say.
system objects, including their atmospheric composition. Okay, let's wait for the survey to complete. There we go. You'll notice that we are now showing 2 green pips on each of the objects in this system. And on the right-hand side, you'll find that we have now generated the knowledge level 2 data. At this point, we've performed enough analysis to determine the true nature of each planet, and more importantly, whether or not we've discovered an Earth analogue. But what about life, or signs of civilization, past or present? For that, we're going to need a short-range scan. Go ahead and switch to the short-range mode. The short-range sensors employ the synthetic aperture terahertz imaging radar, or the SATIR array for short. This device fields a high-resolution voxelized tomographic image of its target, and then performs detailed spectral analysis on each individual data point. With this technology, we can determine the presence of life, identify artificial structures, and even conduct metallurgical analysis. Let's perform a scan of this planet now and see what details we can reveal.
Indeed.
Begin by highlighting the planet and the target. And now initiate the short-range scan.
Initiate. Waiting for the short-range scan.
Great. You'll notice that we have now generated knowledge level 3 data for this planet, which covers all of its surface details. Any given star system is considered to be fully explored once all of its planets are scanned to knowledge level 3. Okay, let's take a look at those surface details. Go ahead and press the Surface Map button. From here, we can enable or disable various data overlays depending on our current area of scientific interest. The first overlay is fairly self-explanatory. It simply displays the planet's cloud layers. The next overlay shows the planet's lit and unlit regions. This button highlights any tech signatures on the planet's surface, be that current or historical technology. And then we have life signatures, which can be anything from simple bacteria to complex life forms. You are now armed with the knowledge and skill required to head out into the unknown depths of our galaxy, to conduct scientific research and discover its mysteries. This ship and her crew are tasked with exploring distant worlds, seeking out new life in all of its diversity, and making peaceful first contact with any intelligent species that we might encounter along the way. This concludes the scanning and navigation training module. You are free to continue exploring if you wish, but please be aware that your progress will not be saved. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye. Okay. Right. Emergency teleport. Quit to main menu. That's tutorial 1. Engineering cold start sequence. It's very Star Trek-y, isn't it? I'm here for it, honestly. G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. The ring reminds me very much of the Vulcan ships, though, from Enterprise, so... We got no power.
Welcome to the Magellan-class Cold
There's no
Start
lights.
training module. My name is Ava. I'm the UN Space Fleet's AI voice assistant. In this module, we will review the correct procedure for starting up the ship's fusion reactor and then supplying power to the vessel. The ship is currently in a cold and dark state, so for your safety, I have taken the liberty of turning on your torch for you. To begin, follow the waypoints on your HUD to the lower floor of the reactor room.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a torch. Cargo holds. Room with staff. Another room. A ladder. Hang on, I could pick the ladder up. I could move the ladder. Might need that. I don't think we... Yeah. It's a double height room. Look, Red's going where he's not supposed to go.
As you can see, the reactor is offline, and none of the ship's systems are powered. Our first task is to provide power to the engineering decks, so let's make our way to the start capacitor's room. Follow the waypoints on your HUD to the startup distributor.
As an engineer, you're going to have to remember this. I mean, I quite like the idea of me playing this game and being the engineer, but...
As its name suggests, the startup distributor routes energy from the start capacitors to the engineering decks, and also provides the reactor with the power it needs to create the initial fusion reaction. You'll notice the device is already powered, because the start capacitors are fully charged. Let's go ahead and get some lights on by connecting all of the breakers. Start with the G-deck breakers, as indicated.
It's all gone red! Start with the G deck. Press highlight button.
And now the F deck breakers.
Okay.
And finally, the reactor supply itself. Excellent. Now we can see what we're doing. You can go ahead and turn off your torch by pressing T. The reactor controls should now be online, so let's walk back to the reactor room and take a look.
Did I break something? So the reactor should be connected. Have I broken something already? I think I've broken something already.
This console displays the reactor's vital information and provides you with full control over the reactor and its subsystems. On the left-hand side, we have the coolant section, which shows the liquid helium coolant flow and the condition of the magnetic field coils. On the right-hand side, we have the electrical section, which shows the reactor's main electrical bus, along with its input and output feeds. In the center, we have the reactor's main display, where we can control the fusion reaction itself. As you can see from all of these alarms, it would be impossible to initiate a stable fusion reaction under the current conditions, so let's fix that.
Clearly.
The first thing we need to do is supply power to the reactor's internal bus, so go ahead and switch the reactor to startup mode. Great. Now that the reactor has power, we can activate the vacuum pump to start purging the confinement chamber. The chamber pressure should now be dropping. To sustain a fusion reaction, we need an internal pressure of less than 10 nanopascals. While we wait for the confinement chamber to reach its target pressure, let's take care of the reactor's fuel and coolant supplies. Exit the reactor room via the door behind you, and follow the waypoints on your HUD to the cryogenic storage room. These storage tanks hold all of the cryogenic fluids that are used to both fuel and cool the reactor. All 4 tanks are currently empty, so our first task is to begin the filling process. Let's start with the helium coolant. Head behind the storage tanks to access the cryo coolers use a process called magnetic refrigeration to convert gas into a cryogenic fluid, before pumping it into the connected storage tank. Start up the helium cryo cooler now by using the indicated control on its user interface. Excellent. Now if you turn around, you'll find the helium refill valve located on the back wall. These valves control the flow of gases harvested by the ship's gas collection hardware, which is located on the underside of the forward hull. Go ahead and open the helium supply valve now. If you turn around again and inspect the display screen connected to the helium tank, you should be able to confirm that the tank is now filling with fluid. We now need to perform the same sequence of events for the other 3 tanks.
Oh,
Helium-3 is the first of 2 fuels used in the fusion reaction. As before, power up the device using its user interface. And now open the helium-3 refill valve behind you to start filling its associated. Next, we need to start filling the 2 deuterium tanks, so let's head over to the other side of the room. Deuterium, also known as heavy hydrogen, is the second of the 2 fusion fuels. We store double the amount of deuterium compared to helium-3, because deuterium also fuels the reactor's neutral beam injectors.
Obviously.
As before, turn on the first deuterium cryocooler.
I mean, clearly, it's obvious. Why did you not know that?
And now the first deuterium refill valve behind you. Next, turn on the second deuterium cryocooler. And now the second deuterium refill valve. Okay, perfect. All 4 storage tanks should now be filling with cryogenic fluids. For our next task, we now need to engage the cryopumps in order to start supplying the reactor with everything it needs. Make your way around to the other side of the tanks and locate the deuterium tank outflow valve.
Oh, the fuel level, there you go, okay. You can see it going up. These capacitors have got to be quite big if
Open the
they're
deuterium outflow valve to begin supplying fluid to its connected cryopump. Next, power on the pump itself using the button indicated on its user interface.
I'm a little worried. I've just opened the valve and there's nothing there. Is that not flooding the compartment? Just wondering. What do you want me to do? Next, power on the pump. Okay.
Excellent. That's half of the fuel mix taken care of.
Existing pump.
Now head over to the helium-3 tank outflow valve so we can complete. As before, begin by opening the helium-3 outflow valve.
Did I do
And
the
now
wrong
engage the helium-3 cryopump.
I think I did the wrong one, didn't I?
Perfect. All we have to do now is take care of the coolant flow.
See?
Now open the helium outflow valve.
Right, do what? What am I doing now? Now open the helium valve. Oh, okay. No? Which button? What button? That button. Okay.
And finally, power on the helium cryopump. There we go. The reactor is now being supplied with all the fuel and coolant it needs. Follow the waypoints back to the reactor room, where we have just a few more valves to open. To complete the coolant loop, open the helium inflow valve to start. Now make your way around to the opposite side of the reactor to complete the fuel supply. First, open the deuterium inflow valve.
You've got, a return supply, supply return, okay.
And now open the helium-3 inflow valve. Okay, great. Let's head over to the reactor controls and take a look at the coolant display.
What was that just opened here then? That's helium-3, helium-3. Deuterium and helium.
As you can see, we now have coolant flowing into the reactor. This has begun the process of cooling down the magnetic field coils, which must reach temperatures below 20 Kelvin in order to become superconductive. Once the coils... Okay, the temperatures look good. You can now power up the field coils. With a solid vacuum established, the field coils powered up, and fuel flowing into the reactor, you are now free to initiate the fusion reaction. Congratulations! You have now successfully started the fusion reactor. For safety, the reactor automatically starts up at only 10% of its rated power. This means high voltage systems, such as the FTL drive, will be underpowered until you increase the reactor output. Let's resolve that now. Increase the power level to 100%. You'll notice that you can increase the power beyond 100%, but doing so for an extended period will overheat the reactor, causing damage and forcing an uncontrolled shutdown. Okay, We now need to provide power to the rest of the ship. With the reactor now powering itself, you can go ahead and switch the internal bus mode from startup to supply. Perfect. If we now head around to the opposite side of the reactor output distributor should now be powered up.
Okay. Opposite side of the reactor. Now we've got to turn all the circuit breakers on.
This device distributes the reactor's output to the ship's high voltage systems, which are in fact the only systems powered directly by the reactor. The rest of the ship is powered by 48 individual battery arrays, which we now need to begin charging using the reactor's output. Go ahead and connect all 5 of the output breakers here. Excellent. If you turn to your left, you'll see the 5 high voltage distributors are now coming online.
Ooh.
Head over to the main battery distributor. This device takes the high voltage reactor feed and distributes it to each of the 8 battery rooms on F deck. Go ahead and connect all 8 output breakers.
Look, all the lights coming on.
The battery arrays should now be charging, but we should perform a visual inspection to make sure. Follow the waypoints on your HUD to port battery room 1.
This is why you need an engineering crew.
The electrical supply on Magellan-class starships is divided into 4 isolated quadrants: forward, aft, port, and starboard. For increased redundancy, each quadrant is powered by 2 physically isolated battery rooms just like this one. Should the battery arrays in one room cease to function for any reason, the arrays in the second room will continue providing power to that particular quadrant. Similarly, power to one quadrant can be lost entirely, without impacting the supply to the remaining 3 quadrants. Okay, let's take a look at one of the individual battery arrays.
Has to be this
On the
one, does it?
left-hand side of the user interface, you have controls for managing the input and output breakers. And in the center, you have controls and information relating to this array's 10 solid-state battery cells.
Oh.
If we did everything correctly, all of the cells should now be slowly charging up. For the next step, we now need to connect each of the 8 battery rooms to the ship's electrical grid. This task will take us into the ship's labyrinth of maintenance tunnels, so be sure to watch your head.
Okay.
Follow the waypoints on your HUD to port battery aggregator 1.
The lights don't seem to be attached to anything. Just, oh, look at that. You've got lots of room for the Jeffries tubes.
Each battery room has a corresponding battery aggregator, just like this one. These devices perform load balancing and also combine each room's 6 individual battery arrays into a single high voltage feed. Go ahead and connect the output breaker now, which will... Okay, 1 down and 7 more to go. Next, head over to port battery aggregator 2. As before, connect this aggregator's output breaker. That takes care of the port battery rooms. Let's make our way to the forward quadrant next.
Okay. That's connected.
Go ahead and connect the output breaker. And the same again on forward battery aggregator 2. Okay, onwards to the starboard quadrant. Same again, connect the output breaker and the second starboard aggregator. Almost done, just the aft quadrant to go.
Run, boy, run. La, 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 la. So hang on. Distributed starboard battery array 2. That's what we just connected up here, wasn't it? Right. Aggregator battery 2. So what's the one next to it then? Half battery arrays. So they're connected, but they're not connected.
Connect up the first aft aggregator.
That's that one. Why couldn't I turn it on here? If I do, I'm going to break the game, so I'm not going to.
And finally, the second aft aggregator. Okay, perfect. All 48 of the ship's battery arrays are now connected to the electrical grid. All we have to do now is supply power to the ship's remaining decks, and then perform a few cleanup tasks. We can do most of that from the reactor room, so let's head there now. Follow the waypoints on your HUD to the forward deck distributor.
Lots of switches.
Each deck in a given quadrant is fed by a deck distributor, which takes the total electrical load of that quadrant, and then load balances it between the two connected battery aggregators. Go ahead and connect the output breakers for all 7.
Hearing the contactors
Okay,
go. It's quite
now
nice.
head over to the starboard deck distributor and do the same. And now the aft deck distributor. And finally, the port deck distributor.
Well, I was kind of right. I knew there was another one to do.
Perfect. All quadrants on every deck now have power available from the ship's main battery arrays. You'll notice, however, that the ship is still under emergency lighting conditions, because F and G decks are still using the start capacitor's supply. To resolve this, we simply have to switch the 4-quadrant distributors on F and G decks over to the main battery feed. Head over to the G deck forward quadrant distributor. Each deck has 4 of these devices, one for each quadrant. They are fed by the corresponding deck distributor. Go ahead and switch this quadrant over to the main battery feed. That's better. Now we can really see what we're doing. Now head over to the starboard quadrant distributor and do the same.
I'm trying to, but my mouse.
And now the aft quadrant distributor.
Couldn't they be next to each other?
And finally, the port quadrant distributor. That's G deck taken care of. Let's do the same for F deck. Head upstairs to the F deck forward quadrant distributor. As before, switch this device, and now the same on the starboard quadrant distributor. And again on the aft quadrant distributor.
She cannot take the stranger. Did I miss one?
And finally, the port quadrant distributor. Well done. That's the main objectives of the cold start procedure complete. But we have one final bonus task to perform. Follow the waypoints on your HUD up to the bridge, and we'll make the ship flight ready.
I thought we were supposed to have lights on here. We seem to not have lights. Feels like a cruise ship. Not that I've ever been on a cruise ship, but look, it's a Molly. Hello, excuse me. Hello, excuse me. I'm still confused why you go through the bar area to get to the bridge.
The lights and bridge systems are still turned off, so let's bring everything online. Head over to the A-deck distributor in the engineering alcove. Now go ahead and turn on the bridge lighting. And now power up the bridge systems. Okay, there we go. You have successfully started the fusion reactor, routed power to all of the ship's decks, and brought the bridge online into a flight-ready state.
Yay me!
This concludes the Magellan-class Cold Start training module. Good luck, and I hope you'll join me again in future training modules.
I hope you got all of that, chat. Maybe I should customize my character. Multiplayer. Waste the game. I think we can have 32. Who's going to join me? Anyone going to join me? Anyone going to join me? Come on, who's going to join me? Who's going to be my minion? Sorry, crew. Victim, crew. Anyone? Anyone? A pithy and inspiring. Seems reasonable, doesn't it, Andy? Come on. Who's going to volunteer? Sorry, be my victim. Sorry, volunteer. Generating a galaxy. I think I'm gonna... These guns look tiny. These guns down here look tiny. Polarization. Off. Polarization. Off. Scene projection. Oh. Okay. 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 Videos. Copy. Oop. How do I... Oh, there we go. Failed to load? What? What do you mean you're unable to... What? No. Play the video. Will not play live streams. Fine. What actual videos do I have? Okay. So it won't take live streams. I mean, I knew that it wouldn't take a live stream. Why are you unable to play the video? Hey Panda, how you doing? Peeps, down there is Red Panda. Go give them the follows. It's what this, yeah, but it's not even the one I'm trying to put in is not a live stream. That's not a live stream. It's not a live stream. It is definitely not a live stream. That is not a live stream. That's not a live stream. Was it saying not all videos are compatible? Please try a full URL. Is that not the full URL? Oh, could it be a HTTPS problem? Surely not. Try that again. Okay, right. I don't know. It's one of my videos. Can you do a short? I don't have many videos. Come on, discount, make it, mate.
I'll try and open the door.
At least I didn't break. That's in the room. It's in the room. Why does this not work? Come on, work. Well, none of that. The last two that I've tried are not. There's a short and a video, not a live stream. Well, that didn't work. I've broken it again. Right, come on. Who's joining me? I need a crew. Oh, that's the radar. Work in progress for comms. Okay. Let's Ooh! We have an NPC. What does that say? Raise shields. No, the shields are raised here, but not there. So that's great. We won't get something coming through this. The glass here will be protected, but not this glass. Okay. Make it feel like we've got a make it feel like we have a crew. Why do they all have long hair? Display sensors. Why am I still naked? Customize character. Okay. So how do I how do I name myself? synths are taking over. Oh, that's horrible. Can't type in a character. Head, none. Apparently I have no head. And the game has now gone a bit weird. There we go. Now I've got cargo pants, t-shirt. We're cool here. I just wear the chair, apparently. I'm going to wear the chair. So this is the demo. You don't even have to buy the game. It's on YouTube. It's not on YouTube. It's on Steam. It's the demo. Full medium. I don't know what a full medium is. Classic. Extra long. Just Dan Clancy. Default. Animations. Masculine. Body shape. Male. Skin tone. Super pale. Why don't... Really? There we go. That's me. That'll do. Set condition 1. Throughout the ship. Red alert. No klaxons. Disappointed. Test alien vulture. Oh, test disco mode. Party. 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 Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Alien virus. Ooh, it's the Matrix. Emergency lighting. Much better. Condition yellow alert. I don't see any yellow lights flashing. Blue. Oh, there's a very slight tint of yellow. Okay. So I can't send any commands. Okay. How can I give commands? Okay. Right. I really want to zoom in a bit. It's just a little bit too small on my screen. We're at Sol. Okay. Earth. Medium range. Why is that red? We'll go with Alpha Centauri. Align to target. Right. Send to helm.
Initiating long-range survey.
Okay. Hey there, by name. How you doing?
Long-range survey complete.
We're having a look at the tech demo for StarShip Simulator. They've made a lot of changes within the game, or within the tech demo. Would like that to go away, thank you. So we're just having a look and seeing what's changed. So we now need to send to helm. How do I get the helm? We've got to come over and nav to sensor. And oh, we're already warping? We're already warping, okay. Ah! Who's captain? How do I talk? Who's that? Who's joined? Your name hasn't come up. It's in development. This isn't a full game. This is Tech Demo 3. So they're working on it. We've got 3 days. Can you not go faster, Nav? I don't have a cursor. Why is it going to take us 3 days to go to Alpha Centauri? I need more power. It's auto engaged. I can't disengage it. I have no control. And say F's not doing anything. My cursor seems to have disappeared. I have no cursor in the middle of my screen. I think I've just disengaged. Yeah, the cursor that's in the middle of the screen has gone. It's now going to take us over 1,000 years. Where is... Visual deficiency? None. Let's just see. Toggle HUD. Okay, there we go. Right. So 100%. ETA, years, days, 1 day, hours, minutes. That's better. Why does that say 3 days? Well, it's saying 3 days And that's saying 2 minutes. I'm confused. Why is that getting bigger? Use sensor target. Hang on. Hang on. Sit down. Right. Long range. You said Alpha Centauri, didn't we? Alpha Centauri. Right there. Align to target. Send to helm. Right. Sit down. Our target now seems to have vanished. Use sensor target. Auto navigation. What was that we just missed? Alpha Centauri. Right? 100%. Oh, someone broke the power. We have intruders on board. Is that Million Lights? Who's joined the game? It wouldn't surprise me. Why did the lift just go down? I wanted that lift. The lift has come up. Okay. That's not confusing. Just going to say there seems to be parts of the ship on the floor. Power cables. Oh, they've labelled all the panels. So DP deck D port panel 102 right, deck P port 103 right. That's D. E. Who turned off all the power? Oh God. Performing roll action. Captain! Captain! What's going on, Captain? They seem to have turned all the power off, Captain. Where was the capacitors? Capacitors. What have you done, Captain? You've turned everything off. You turned everything off. They're all dead, Dave. Dave, they're all dead. Where's the capacitors? We got to turn the capacitors on. Where are the capacitors? Can't remember where the capacitors are. That's the tanks. Are the capacitors upstairs? You seem to be not doing a lot. Are you going to turn the capacitors on? Or are you just wandering around? Walking to roll POI. You know, anytime you want to do anything. Not helping. Right. That's the batteries. Batteries. Battery. Battery. Where are the blooming capacitors? Can't remember where the capacitors are. That's all connected. Where's the map? Eric Hornby has boarded the ship. Right. I mean, I don't even know if these are people that I know have joined the game. For all I know, these are probably just randoms. Eric Hornby is not one of our. Is not anybody I know. I do believe we have randoms on board. Right, where are the capacitors? We need to find the capacitors and bring the capacitors online. Why is there a chicken walking around on my ship? Where are the blooming capacitors? We definitely didn't go up this way. Where are the capacitors? Where's the thing that shows us the bridge? Shows us a map. Right. I need to turn the capacitors on. Where are the capacitors? We need to get the reactor running. Why can I not get into the reactor? I've now got 3 NPCs. 4 NPCs. I feel someone's gone around and turned everything off. But we've got no reactor. That's the problem. So we've got no reactor anyway. Now, I think, didn't we come out and go this way or something? Startup distributor. Someone is being awkward, I believe. Where are the blooming I can't remember where the capacitors are. Where were the capacitors? I thought they were out here somewhere. But I can't go through that door. I've been playing this game for hours and I really like it. I hope you have fun with it. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Well, I think we've got some randoms because I didn't put a password in, which is entirely my fault. But someone's come along and turned everything off. And I can't remember where the capacitors are to turn anything on. So these are the batteries, right? They're batteries. No, so you got the start capacitors, start things, and then you've got the so the start capacitors fire up the reactor, get the reactor running. Because we got nothing to start anything with. Nothing is powered at the moment. Yeah, nothing is powered. Now, I'm sure we had the capacitors. You had to start the capacitors to start with. There was, somewhere, a map of the ship. I mean, if we go to the batteries, right? There's no voltage. The distributors are connected, but there's no voltage in. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I can't. They seem to be blank. Oh, we got some light here. No, I think the aggregators are turned on. Oh, someone's turning something on. Someone's turning something on. Definition of an engineer: someone who makes precise guesswork based on unreliable data provided with people with questionable knowledge. Never wrong, likes tables. So my reactor is currently dead, right? My reactor is currently dead. The aggregators are connected. That's all connected. Live voltage. So that would suggest there's something coming in. There's no control in there. Okay, right. So that's the startup distributor. There's no voltage going in from our startup distributor. We now have voltage going in from our aft deck distributor. Right, so now we have power there. And now we've got voltages going out. Yeah, I think a random has come on and turned everything off. Or it's someone from chat. Start capacitors. Right. Now we've got power to the reactor room. Right, let's try our fuel now. That's the batteries. Where's the fuel? There's fuel. Right, okay. So we're fully fueled. Turn the pumps on. Are they already open? They're already open. Turn those online. The valves are open there. Bring that online. That valve's open. Bring the pump online. I heard a... Right, so that's online. Doors work now. Oh look, now we've got an image. Now we've got power. Except this is turned off here. Not all the power is turned on, obviously. Is there no doorways here? Really? Has someone coded the reactor door? They put a chicken on the floor. Right, where's the... Here we go. I think someone's come on here and to deliberately troll. Those are on and open. These are off. Still no power there. That's connected. They're connected. Got voltage there. We have voltage there. Voltage there. Voltage there. Figured out you can't make the reactor go critical by turning off the cooling supply. So we've got Captain, Chief Medical Officer, random, and Eric Hornby, who is the engineer. So I have 2 people connected. If it's one of you in chat, let me know. So something's not power. Oh, have we got to go and turn the batteries on? No, did we turn the batteries on? Before we had this running before the batteries were on. Right, capacitors. So I have voltage being fed in from everywhere except port quadrant. So I have a voltage going into the reactor, lighting room. I have nothing going to the start capacitors. Come to deck. Come to deck and open shields. I'm going to go with it's none of you on stream. I don't think it's any of you on stream, is it? Hello, Eric. Hello. So we got somebody without a name, and then we got Eric Hornby, the engineer. Right, so he's turned off the startup. Someone's been picking stuff up and moving it around. He's going to hit it with a hammer. Okay, if we need the hammer's there. Right, okay. I don't know which deck we're going to. Administration and staterooms. Okay, right. So we're on the bridge. Ava has left the left the bridge. Right. Bet you left the choke out and flooded the engine. Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've got, this is what I don't quite get, right? We've got power on an internal voltage. We were flying. That's just so bad. The lift goes down. I missed the stairs. The lift goes down as you come out. It's like, hello? And storage room. Toilet roll. I mean, you know, we need some toilet roll. It's going to be a. Oh, no! I've lost the toilet roll. No, the toilet roll. Well, that's handy. It's even textured toilet roll. Here you go, Captain. You're going to need the loo roll. It's going to be a 3 change of underwear trip. Red alert, shields up. Why can I no longer run? What's happened? Oh, there we go. Now I can run. I mean, I don't know what's happened, right? I don't know what's happened. Red alert. We have no power. I'd skipped plus minutes, thanks. I mean, honestly, where is he? What is he doing? Where is my engineer? We've got no power to the reactor. I don't know if someone's... I think someone's locked. I think someone's locked the door. I think someone is trolling. I genuinely think someone has come on to troll. 5 zeros, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unlock. Door unlocked. Ha! Was it you, Mel? Did you come on and troll? Was it you? It was, wasn't it? Connect. No, that's a troll password. Fair enough. The poor engineer is probably trying to fix everything, and then there's me running around going, ha ha! Turn this on, turn this on, turn this on. Well, the cables, my understanding is that everything is physicalized. Yeah, everything is physicalized. We've got no power to the batteries. Right, so that's on. So that's supplying power. That's supplying power. You can see where the power is. We have power again. But we've got no input charge. The long and the short of it is this, right? The reactor is not online. And we need the reactor online. And there was capacitors in the startup. Cryogenic engineering control room. Right, so I'm here, right? So the cryogenics. Eric has left the ship as well. Everyone's abandoned ship. Right. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna quit to main menu. Acknowledge. Multiplayer. Right. Host a game. Munchkin Land. Come on, who's joining? That's not going to help, is it? Okay, shields, please.
The automatic pilot system is not functional.
That was the wrong button. Right. We'll do that. What are you doing? I'm getting guests in over in 15 or in else I would be up for a game. Oh, okay, you're having guests. You haven't. Okay, keep people coming over. Full crew, flight ready. We're going to be cold and dark. All right. Game type standard, Steam. Yeah. Players. Well, we'll do 16. Right. Start new game. This time I have a password. Don't worry about the ads at the moment, Mill. We've got ads, so I'm going to take a quick comfort break. Right. If you want to join, let me know, and I will give you the password. It's not particularly complicated, but let me know, and I'll DM you the password. Right. Hopefully we're not going to die. I will be back in a minute.
The automatic pilot system is not functional.
If you are interested, and you're not well, if you're interested, let me know. Let me know. Let me know in normal chat, and then I'll DM you in Discord. I'll be back in a minute, as I say. Hang on. Is my that's sticky. Is that broken? It appears that that's broken. Oh, okay. Not quite sure why that would have broken. But anyway. We are back. Right. As I say, this is at the moment, the demo is free. It literally costs you $0. It's on Steam. So we're just messing around at the moment. Right, we gotta go down. Right. That's not working. I've already backed it on Kickstarter. I have got the game. It's on. I backed it on disc on Kickstarter. Right. Okay. They have a Kickstarter, yeah. Where I did have it open. I don't know if it's closed now. That threw me. He was on the Enterprise. So there's a couple of games like this. Right, let's go StarShip Simulator. Right, there you go. Previously, so it was around originally. It wasn't on an Enterprise. It was on a Magellan class. It was on a Magellan class Federation ship. But I suspect that there would be lots of issues with you know, IP and all of that. Right, so here's the question. Where are the capacitors? Because we've got no power. Nothing is powered. So we've got to go and turn the capacitors on and connect the capacitors. So where are they? I'm sure it was something, because we ran past that. That's the batteries. Batteries. The original ship looked like an Akira class from DS9. I thought it was the Miranda class it looked like. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not completely up on the end on the. Right, having said that, the startup was round the corner from this. I'm sure it was. In like this room. So all we've got, right, is we don't have any other rooms. We've just got Jeffrey's tubes, right? On this level. Right? On this level, so we got that room there. We've got a room we can't go in. Yeah, I thought it was closed. Right, that's closed. So we're back round here. So now if we come out here, we've got all the batteries. Right, so the batteries. So where the heck is the capacitor? Battery, battery, empty room. So that's the batteries, right? Where's the blooming capacitors? Where are the capacitors, Amy? Where's the startup capacitors? I mean, my engineering staff are really not helpful. Okay. Off one of the empty rooms. What have I found? I found random shapes inside the ship. Oh God. I mean, I'm assuming it's not airtight yet. I mean, that looks to go a long way down. It looks like there should be a lot of levels below us. Unless they're just fudging it. So off of one of the empty rooms. Right? Down here. Because I'm sure it was on this level. Right, ladder. Oh, there we go. Right, that's why I couldn't find the blooming thing. Right, okay, connect. Right, so we got our start capacitors. That's why we couldn't find it, because I'm looking for something more than just that. Right, so now we've got power. The reactor supply is now on. Right. Now we have a map. Right, now we come here. No. Now we go here. We turn on the chiller. I think they're already open, aren't they? Yeah, they're already open. So now we need to turn on the valve. Turn on the valve. Right, and that's cooling and filling. So that one room that I couldn't find was the problem. Right, there we go. Now, that's cooling and filling. So now we turn the pump on, open the valve. And we're just venting it into the room, apparently. Right. Turn the pump on. Turn the valve on. Turn the pump on. Valve on. Right, so we should be now providing that to the reactor. Wherever the reactor is, there's the reactor. Oh look! Stuff is on. NPC, are you actually going to do anything? No? That's what I thought. Right, startup mode. I just did the engineer tutorial, that's why I knew where it was. We already forgot the sequence. Fair enough. So that's in there. Open these valves. Right. Vacuum pump. Oh, I should have started the vacuum pump before pumping the fuel in. I think. Right, so these are now below 20k. We can turn the field coils online. Right, now we can initiate reaction. We're at 10%. Yes! We're now running at 100%. We're outputting 100 megavolts. But we're drawing 2 megawatts. Right, okay, so now we should be able to go to supply. Right. So we're now in that. So now we can go around and turn power on. Right. Well, now we need to turn the batteries on, don't we? Reactor utility room, lighting is on. So the reactor... ah, there we go, that's what we need. Right, so the reactor then feeds... directly various bits. These are now powering up. Rude. Right, so now we have no emergency solar panel. So now we can connect the battery. So we're coming from the reactor. The reactor is 10 kilovolts, 0 amps. We're now at 10 kilovolts at 30 amps, which is 300 watts. Okay. So now our batteries are fully charging. So the reactor's feeding. Reactor's fielding. Oh, we've got no shields. So it's our shields online. Well, I don't think we've got any weapons at the moment, but they're connected. Sublight propulsion. is now connected. Okay, now we need to go and turn. That's what I thought. Okay. Now we know to go and need to turn the batteries on. Right, so they are being charged. So now we need to come around here and connect them. Now we've got 20 watts out, 240 volts. That's about right. I think that's about right. Right, so that's the same one. That's connected. That's connected. That is connected. You're already connected, apparently. That's you connected, you connected. I think this is the last one. That's already connected. I believe now they're all connected. That's connected, that's connected. If this one's connected, then they're all done. That's connected, so they're all done. And so my NPC crew doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Right, okay. No voltage. Okay, so I've still got to turn something on. Right, I've now got to... No, okay. What have I not turned on? Okay. Right, so we're going... So that's going from the batteries out. That's confusing. Right, so aft deck distributor. You should have things put next to each other. Right, so we're going from starboard battery aggregator. So starboard battery aggregator. Oh, no load. Okay. Ta-da! Right, okay. We've got some power going. So we don't need to charge the capacitors, but I've initiated the charge on the capacitors. We got no voltage because I really need a schematic. Oh, if you right click, it zooms in. Didn't know that. Yeah, really need a schematic. Case, are we done? Is everything charged? Yeah, I'd like to see a bit more of a schematic so that I know what I am and am not doing. So I think we're now charged. The reactor's running at full capacity. Okay, so now we should be able to go up to the bridge. If the is there not a lift on this floor? There's not a lift on this floor. Why are we on red alert? I don't know. Don't ask me. Wow. 9 o'clock. Say? Work in progress. Right, okay. This is what I don't get, right? I don't quite follow this design. You've got security, and then you've got a breakout room. Why would you have a breakout room leading to your bridge? If security is going to be anywhere, surely security should be here. I don't quite get that. Only the coolest people are allowed. Fair enough. Security is just the bouncer. That feel, I don't know why, but that's making my brain hurt a bit. Shady Forest. Coastal Highlands. So it's like Captain's Ready Room. Oh look. What does that say? Stage 7 active phase in progress. Okay. Okay. Whole petrome analysis. Yeah. Frisbee! Work in progress. Armory. That's a good idea to have that next to the ridge. Just in case. Right, where's the lights? Bridge hardware. Bridge lighting. We're powered up. Can't read what that says. Line to target.
Initiating long-range survey.
Send to helm. Max. We're going the wrong way. That's roughly the right direction. We'll engage auto navigation. Use sensor target. Huh? What's the sensor target then? There we go. That's better than last time, where it was saying we got days to go. Mind you, I wish I'd found the that sensor, that bit, that room. Gonna say, now we're at ETA with 1 minute. Why is that? Are we slowing down? Yes. 5 seconds now. Imminent. Target is imminent. We landed. Okay. Right, let's do a sensor sweep then. Sensors. Right, medium range. Initiate survey. What have we got? Please don't crash into the planet. Okay. I don't think we can do much more than this at the moment, to be honest. Okay, send to helm. Can we... Presumably that's the one we're around then. Scan target. Oh, okay. Right, so no knife and no tech. Well, that's no good. Medium range. Right, so I've got to actually visit it. Okay. Use the sensor target. And go! 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 Okay, so you've still got to engage it yourself. Right-clicking to zoom in, it just changed everything. Did you say you've got something like 25 hours in this already? I mean. Okay, so I can come in here. Okay. Right, okay, so I think that's basically the game at the moment, isn't it? I think. Unless someone can tell me I'm doing something, there's more to it than that. I'm not aware of there being anything else to do. I mean, we've already done that anyway. I don't know, Jammer Plays. Bearing in mind this is only the tech demo. This is tech demo 3. And a lot of work's been done on reworking the ship. Because the ship was a very different ship. And they've ended up reworking it. And doing a whole bunch of changes to it. Do I still have... So this is the update video. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't had time to read it. I'll watch it because I was going to, and then just the day happened. But there is literally a wall of text. So structural layout, interior design, galaxy overhaul, star generation, Sol system improvements, new sensor system, which we've just seen, data display, GPS mode, long range, the holo display. So yeah, the holo display in the middle is different. NPCs, we've got NPCs. Added the ability to spawn NPC crew members in any bridge chair. Added randomized appearance to spawnable bridge. The going round and turning things on. Yeah, I don't know if you were here earlier. I mean, I did have it open for people to come and join. And I thought, you know, and I left it open. There was no password. And we got 2 people join. And I think one person ran around and turned everything off. And I was running around trying to turn everything back on again. But I couldn't find the startup room where the capacitors were, because I was looking for a room. And it was like everything was turned on, but I couldn't find the capacitors to turn the capacitors on to then start filling up stuff. And in the end, they all left, so I just restarted. So yeah, added randomized appearance for spawnable bridge NPCs, added the ability to issue basic commands to the sensors and helm bridge, either by clicking on them directly or holding down E. You need to select targets on the holo display before asking an NPC to act upon them. Added a new RM84 cleaning droid, automatically takes care of the dirty cleaning floors. This is actually a test of NPC automation. Added a ship's cat. Haven't seen the ship's cat. We found a chicken. Character system, main menu, engine graphics. Upgraded to Unreal Engine 5. Enabled cloud saves on Steam. Implemented AGX tone mapping for a more realistic color response. Leveraging nanite tessellation, planetary rings. Reduced planetary atmosphere GPU overhead considerably. So I'm frame locked to 60 because if I go above 60, even though I've got 144 hertz screen allegedly, I think HDR only can do 60, and I play in HDR, so 60 is what I'm at. But I was getting 120 frames earlier. So tutorial system, improve the way ceilings are lit in game, reducing shader complexity and reducing GPU cost, New shaders are 64% efficient. Backup perks. Created an online database for managing game credits so that we can update any point. My name will be in the game or in the credits. Create an online database for managing backer systems so we can update them at any point without needing a new game build. Long-term goal is to create a web interface where backers can manage their own systems. Now 84 backer systems in the game, about a quarter of which are hosting alien civilizations. Oh, okay. So, we want a system single star system with a T-class primary. Align to target. Where's my... Send that to the helm. Sense target. Maximum field strength. Engage autopilot. Engage FTL. At any point, you know, you want to go. I say, don't take days. I don't want days to get there. Hours, minutes. 2 minutes, that's going to seem like a long enough time.
Initiating long-range survey.
Don't think that's going to make any difference, but... Array condition 100%.
Long-range survey complete.
Terrestrial body, okay. I don't know what Roche limit is. Apoapse, average distance, inclination. I don't know. At some point we'll understand what mean they're more likely to have ETA 1 minute. Okay. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Captain level and above backers have had access to 117 development build over the last 18 months. So I think I'm commander. So the game credits now list names of 5,447 backers. Still missing about 1,000 people. That was me till today. So there'll be another one in there now. Right, so medium range then. There's nothing in medium range. Come on. Isn't it funny how everything seems to take forever? Don't know why that disappeared. Imminent! Right, so what one are we... So why is that our sensor target and we've gone to this planet? Let's do short range. What's next to us then? And we got the star. Scan the target. A T7 class brown dwarf star with an average surface temperature. Population 1 star. Being approximately 5.3 billion years old. Okay. Scan the target. Scan complete. I guess then that means that you can you know which ones you have done and which ones you haven't done. Okay. Send to helm. Helm. Max warp. Aligned target. Engage. So that's the star then that we were around. Try using the NPC. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it didn't make any difference. I can sit in one chair and control everything. Ah, okay. Nav to sensor target. Are we moving to said sensor target? Oh, it would seem we are. Okay, there we go. Scan the target. I want to go and find one of these places now that's got life on it. This is what I want to do now. I want to find plants. Tried finding life for hours, no dice. Yeah, so 84 Spacker systems. So there's 20 systems in the game that would appear to have alien civilizations. Given that there's quite a few systems in game, I think you're going to be lucky to just randomly come across it. I'm not going to lie. And I would have thought that's the range, is that? Apparently that's 3 million. Okay. So the surface map, that just looks like the other planet that we saw. I mean, G-class star. You're going to be looking for a system that's got a name I mean... that looks weird like that. Or Dennis. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it's that. I wouldn't have thought it was that. I will, you know, I wouldn't lie. Just realised I'm sinking again. What is today? Today is Friday. I've lost track of the day. Don't know what day it is. I'm totally lost. Doesn't he know what he's doing? That doesn't help. Why are you up there? Well, I did say that we were going to play some Star Citizen, but I'm not sure that that's what's going to happen given the time. Today, Ken confirmed today was Friday. Thank you. That's very helpful. Because it's confused me. Don't know what you're talking about. It's funny, now they're just wearing t-shirts. Hey Eon, how you doing? It's still Friday over here. Yeah, it's Friday over here as well. ETA 1 minute. Can we get an external view? You have window. Eon. I'm looking at you, Eon. Don't come in here and start causing trouble, alright? 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 Did a lurk already. Looks like a decent game. I mean, it's a tech demo. It's not a game. It is a tech demo. You know, as I said, full transparency, I backed it on Kickstarter. I like the concept. I want it to succeed. I want to be able to, you know, jump in here with members of the community, go off, you know, get our Star Trek kind of vibe. Don't worry, don't have the game tech demo yet, so don't worry about me turning stuff off that you want to flip on. I mean, I did find it slightly amusing. I was like, I wasn't salty about someone coming along. I wasn't surprised. You know, it's like, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised, but you know, hey ho. Just it was the running around, not being able to find the room. That had me. I was like, what's that? The shadow in the background. I thought that was somebody on the ship. Right, so there's polarization off. Polarization on. No, we want that off. Oh, maybe about 50%. Let's do about 40%. So at least we can see the bright things. Red shadow. Yeah, I am scared of my own shadow. It is true. Right, so medium range. Initiate a survey. I mean, the idea. I think you're going to have a shuttle that you take down. I don't think they're doing transporter technology. Because I think this is us projected in the future with realistic science type thing. Yeah, I mean, so this is Tech Demo 3. They've taken 18 months to refactor a lot of things. And as I understand it, I think there's 2 people. I think. I could be mistaken. I mean, I'm not expecting there to be surface stuff on the planet, on the star. Oop, there's the star. Not really a surprise. Terrestrial planet. What's the difference? One's got an atmosphere, presumably, and the other doesn't then. Okay. Would be my guess. I mean, at the moment, the game is, it's more the things you've got to do. Turn on power. You know, I like the process of, oh right, you know, if you've got a reactor scram, for argument's sake, and it shuts down, and you're in the middle of combat, you've got to run around, and you've got to go, right, I don't care about life support. You know, and your engineering team needs to know, right, the priorities here are get the reactor online, get shields up, get weapons up, get movement going, deal with life support. Because if you're dead in the water, you know, and it's knowing these, you know, your engineering team's going to need to know what it's doing. Which I quite like the idea of. You know, how good your engineer is going to be. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to find anything. Void Crew is doing that in a way simpler scale. Really, have I've got one. Have I got Void Crew? I mean, my Steam library is open to everybody. Don't know that I have. Oh, we do have Void Crew. Yeah, we would. I was playing that with. Who was I playing with? Neo and Boulder, I think. Oh, and Serb's got it as well. I mean, I think once again, it's like I'm playing it, and everyone else is, you know, super advanced compared to me. So, to explore a scientifically accurate Milky Way galaxy and discover distant uncharted worlds while having unlimited access to every deck of your Magellan-class deep space exploration vessel, interact with numerous fully simulated ship systems, or simply relax in the bar and watch the ship's stars drift by. It's fine to start in a smaller. I mean, I remember playing it. So one of the problems I have is there's so many games, so little time, and the only time that I can really go, I'm going to sit and play, a particular game, right? Like, I'm going to go... I'll be honest with you, I've hardly touched Dune since we got to the deep desert. I've gone on a couple of times to do a bit of mining, but the four of us haven't, you know, said, right, okay, we're going to go and do this. I mean, everyone's got lives. I have a family, and so me going, yes, on a Tuesday, I'm not going to stream, but I'm going to join 4 or 5 people, and we're going to go and do this. It can be difficult because family commitments. And one of the reasons why I went from 6 days a week to 3 days a week was to be around more for my kids, because I realized my kids were growing up and I took them to school, and that was about the time I spent with them. So that's one of the reasons why it changed. So anyway, there we go. Right. I was hoping some of you would come along and join me, but it is what it is. It is a free game. If you want to check it out, it is free on Steam. You do need to do the whole search, so StarShip Simulator, and that's how I found it. When I was doing other things, it wasn't really finding them. So it is available. It is free. I have bought the game. I'm pretty sure they said it was going to be free, because it's kind of much more of a passion project than anything else. So give it a follow, find out what it's doing. As I say, they've spent like 18 months refactoring a lot of the game and changing the design of the ship, because previously it was a disc, and it basically was a ship from Star Trek, which I suspect they probably, if they didn't change it. It says free on their page with new ships to buy after release. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Sorry, I keep looking over here because now I'm full screen. I keep seeing me, so I keep looking off screen over there because that's where I am. I'm there, but you're there, so you're literally there. So by looking at the camera, I'm looking at chat. Maybe I'm faking it, maybe I don't. And I don't know, because if I look over there, I can see I'm looking over there. And I don't know what's gone on with the filters. I'll have to go in and check the filters, because this is not how it should be. Anyway, yes, hopefully that was entertaining for you lot. Hopefully it was entertaining. Right. Let's do that. Tell you what we're going to do. We are going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for coming along. I appreciate all of your faces. Thank you for the bits, the tips, the subs, the resubs, gift subs, memberships plus, subscription plus, and all of that malarkey. Thank you to the awesome people going up the middle. Awesome people going up the middle of your screen, for all of your support, and thank you for just generally coming along, hanging out. If you're on the YouTubes, please remember to like and subscribe. There will be a video below me here, and you are more than welcome to join me on the Discord and Blue Sky, and I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So we're going to go and do a raid on Twitch in a minute, so bear with us on Twitch. But we're just going to say, if I can find the right page, we're just going to say bye-bye to those of you on YouTube. So bye-bye, YouTube. Give your loved ones a hug. Have fun. Bye-bye, YouTubes. Bye-bye. If I press the right button, that works. There we go. I pressed the right button. Although, apparently nobody's watching me on YouTube. And that's fine.